Hey, what's up? It's Matt with MJ Gabel. Welcome back to the channel. I know. It's been a long time. It's been a bit since I've done a video, and I apologize. As I mentioned before, obviously I run the company. I've got another company that I run, and I have a little one at home who's now 8 months. So things tend to get a little bit out of control at the Gabel household from time to time, not to mention all the companies that I have going and things that I've got going on. So my deepest apologies. I do apologize. It's been a bit. A couple of you guys have kind of nudged me to do this video and to put more content out there. So today, no specific topic. Well, there is kind of a topic. I wanted to answer a couple questions. And there's a follower, Andre. Thank you so much for following me and asking this question. I want to address what he asked. So I don't have many notes. I'm going to kind of do this just off the top of my head for my business experience and being in the trade. So Andre wants to know, he would love to hear about my opinions on which trade organizations and other platforms you feel are worth joining or paying memberships fees for and their overall benefits, especially if it's worth upgrading to a retail or standard JBT account. So I'll start with the JBT. And it's probably going to sound like I'm bashing the hell out of JBT. I'm not a fan of JBT. I've never been a fan of JBT. I've never been a member of JBT. And here's why. I feel as a company here in the US, a private company, it should be exactly that. Meaning, even if you're offering services to consumers or the retail public, there should be some sense of privacy there. And what I mean by that is with the JBT, they basically want you to disclose your books to them in the tune of how much you bill, your gross sales, and things of that nature. JBT is an organization that's basically like a credit rating for the jewelry business. I think they were big 20 years ago, 30, 40 years ago. I don't think they're as relevant now because of the Facebook groups out there. And I guess maybe when you've been in the business long enough, you kind of know who to do business with and who not to do business with. We already have a lot of established relationships and accounts with large companies, so we don't need credit extended to us. And the JBT is more of like if you wanted to work with Stuller, and you can look them up, Stuller. If you wanted to work with Stuller, Stuller may ask you for your JBT if you don't have any credit references. And that's basically what it is. The JBT reports on your page through the JBT your credit rating, your credit worthiness, and whether companies like Stuller should extend terms to you or whether they should or shouldn't do business with you. But in turn, you have to disclose what you do in revenue, in your sales volume, and things of that nature. Thank God we are a debt-free company. We weren't always. It took us a long time to get here, but we don't necessarily need terms. And with certain manufacturers or distributors or diamond dealers out there, they will extend like memo terms to you. So if you need something for like 15 days, they're going to give it to you if they want to earn your business. There's still a lot of companies out there that do that. So we've always been either pay on receipt or we have a net 50. We actually do have some terms with Stuller. We didn't start out that way, but as we grew and got larger and more of a reputation, we were able to do that and skip the JBT. Reasons why I don't like JBT is the information that they put out there on you. They once called me and told me that I've got a negative credit rating with them, even though I've never used a JBT. I don't have terms with anybody. I don't have any open invoices with anybody. But they tried to tell me that because, and I forgot who reported it, that it was a memo item and we went over memo or whatever the case may be. There wasn't a balance due, but it pinged on my JBT. So they tried to call me to clean it up and to pay a membership or pay the fee to get on the JBT so it doesn't happen again. To me, that's just shady. I think that the JBT is taking advantage of jewelers and how they operate. I'm sure it's a good organization. It's just not for me. I don't need to put out there that I do 5, 8, $20 million a year in sales. It's nobody's business. If I can pay my bills on time, and if I've got memo goods that get returned, as long as I'm conducting myself appropriately within the business, I don't need the JBT to report on me. And we're a fairly large company. We're not in the 20s and 30s of millions of dollars, but we're a pretty large company. And we did it without the JBT. And I think if you need that, you're going to have to make up your own decision on whether you want to join the JBT. For me, it's not worth it. So to be a member at the JBT, it's pretty expensive. It's like $1,170 down to like $225. Now, if you wanted to do the retail thing and just, do your thing, that's fine. Again, you're going to have to figure out for yourself. I'm not a fan of them, only because of the credit rating thing, and I think it's good for larger companies. So that's my take on JBT. Never been a member. I have a JBT number. I have an account, I think, with JBT, but I don't, a lot of the vendors that we use other than like Stellar and, I was just on my list. Stellar, maybe Hoover and Strong, maybe Barcelona, they may use them to check to make sure. But even because we're not a part of JBT, I've never had a distributor or manufacturer or anybody not supply me with goods because I wasn't a JBT member. So I hope that answers your question on that portion, Andre. And then other platforms. So I know I did do a video before about, I think, IDEX, Polygon, and RapNet, the top 3. And I do have a couple to add to that. So I am a member of RapNet and Rappaport, which there's kind of two sides. RapNet is the trading platform. Rappaport is the pricing guide. We are a member of RapNet, Rappaport. We are also a member of Virtual Diamond Boutique. We are also a member of Hoover and Strong, and a couple others that are kind of not really relevant. So Virtual Diamond Boutique is pretty cool because you can search for goods on there just like you can RapNet. I don't have anything against IDEX and Polygon. I just think RapNet's a stronger platform for me in what I do. But IDEX and Polygon are great organizations. I don't have an issue with them. Matter of fact, I think I got invited this year to the Conclave with Polygon, which we're unfortunately not going to be able to make. But there's a lot, and there's another one out there, a new one that just launched. It's at all the shows, and I forget the name of it, or else I would have mentioned it here. And I'm sure I will at some point. So, yeah, getting into the diamond business, I think RapNet or IDEX or Polygon, for sure, you need one of those. And then get yourself into the Virtual Diamond Boutique, and the JBT, again, is up to you. There's another gentleman who asked me a question about how he can grow a business like this, if I got any tips. That's difficult. Growing a diamond business is very, very difficult. And I to be honest with you, as I look back, I don't really know. I mean, I know what I did, and there's really no special sauce. It's just dedication, consistency, and being obsessed about getting into the business and doing good in the business. And obsessed meaning thinking about it and working in the business to grow it. We grew naturally. We started from gold years ago, graduated into diamonds, graduated in other gemstones. And when we first were dealing with diamonds, it was, halves, 3/4, and full carats. And then we obviously grew that as we got more comfortable. And it organically, naturally grew into stages as I put the time in, the hard work in, the dedication in. And that's how we got to be where we are today, dealing with our average carat size is like 3 to 5 carats. That's just an average stone size that we deal with on a daily basis. So it just takes time, knowledge, get your education. Don't get cocky or arrogant in the business. It won't do very good for you. Be humbled and grind. Work hard at building your business and your brand. the jewelry business is a lot about reputation and doing the right thing when people aren't looking, and treating clients obviously with respect, and like their pieces are the world, whether it's a half carat diamond or whether it's a 12 carat diamond. They should be treated exactly the same. So that's my short video. It's actually longer. I think it's like going on 10 minutes. So that's all I've got for you. I'm going to obviously try to put the content out there when I have availability. Thanks for continuing to support the channel and support me in the business venture here. And if there's a topic you'd like to see or a question you guys have for me directly, I don't think I've ever opened that up. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. So just put it in the comments below and we'll cover that, even if it's about anything relating to the business or myself personally. I'm happy to answer questions. So guys, as always, thanks for watching and stay tuned for more videos.